Pop Squat, coming at ya. We've got something sent in by one of my patrons, Tima, as I assume how it's pronounced, but it's Tima, so it could also be Tim A, but I don't know. I like the name Tima. Let's go with that. This was, let's see, Tima sent this in and said, I thought this was actually pretty good. Hi, Papa Squat. I recently bought my first guitar, and while looking up songs to play, I stumbled on Crywank. That's the name of this artist, which is a fantastic name for anything. I've been listening to them for a while, but never really focused on the lyrics, and now that I'm playing these songs myself, I realize how good they are. I relate to these a lot and wanted to see a reaction to them. I'll put a couple of links, and of course you don't have to react to all of them, but they are mostly short and straight to the point. I'm interested, and man, a name like Crywank, like, come on. That's just fantastic. I'm going to explain. Then the word wank means to masturbate. It's mostly used in the UK. But everybody probably knows this from Ted Lasso, right, where they're calling him a wanker, wanka, and but a Crywank is absolutely a fantastic term. So this guy's name is amazing. Let's see what it says about Crywank. So good. It just is funny. It's funny. I have a weird sense of humor. Crywank are a self-described anti-folk band. Okay, it's a band hailing from Manchester, appealing largely to the sadcore genre. Okay, I can get into that. The band was formed in 2009 while Jay, who went by James at the time, had apparently never played guitar before. The band's first release came about in 2010 with the full-length James is Going to Die Soon. It was then followed up by 2012's Narcissist, On the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, and 2013's aptly named Tour Demos 2013. 2013 also saw the release of Tomorrow is Nearly Yesterday and Every Day is Stupid. Fuck, yeah, feeling that today. Which saw the band gain more popularity. 2014 followed with the EP Shameless Valentine's Money Grab, and the release of some early Crywank demos from 2009 to 2012. Their first album, properly recorded in a studio, Don't Piss on Me, I'm Already Dead. Fantastic names for these albums. These guys are awesome. Was released in 2016. This was followed by Egg on Face, Foot and Mouth, Wriggling in 2017, and Wearing Beige on a Gray Day in 2019. Finally, they released Fist Me Till Your Hand Comes Off... I can't believe I messed up that title. Finally, they released Fist Me Till Your Hand Comes Out My Mouth on 1st of May 2020 as their final album. Their impending breakup had been announced for some time, with the album's subject matter heavily involving the tension between Jay and Dan. Both the release and the album as both the release of the album as the accompanying farewell tour, as well as the accompanying farewell tour, were heavily impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. These guys sound absolutely fantastic and hilarious and fun, and this is the song we're going to listen to. Is the first song on Crywank's first full album, James is Going to Die Soon, from 2010, as well as the first song ever written or recorded for Crywank. I don't know why I can't say it correctly. At the time, James was not proficient at guitar, and as a result, Castle Irwell only uses 2 chords, making it much loved song by beginner guitar players. Interesting. Castle Irwell was a student housing block in Manchester where Crywank originated, but it has now been demolished. And again, Welcome to Castle Irwell is the name of the song, first track off of James is Going to Die Soon from 2010 from Crywank. Let's check this out. Thanks again to Tima for sending this in. It'll be interesting to see what this is like. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Let's do it.
I woke up this morning wanting to cry, and when I called her I realized why. Although she was honest, she spoke with a cold tongue. I broke down in the courtyard when it came to light. She broke every promise in the space of one night. She made me hate this city immediately. she was something else. As it turns out, she was just someone else. And there were 4 questions I wanted to ask. Do you love him yet? Do you think it will last? Were you wearing the pants I bought you? Do you ever think he thought you resembled me in some way? A boy left to break. Spent 2 years together. I thought I made her better. All my best friends told me I should forget her, but I never could. I thought that I should. I need to stop thinking about the things I'll never do again and just be.
So I have a lot of familiarity with music like this, of very much like guitar and voice. And I say that this strikes me as the same sort of music that I listened to when I would go out when I was younger. In Madison, we would go to see Pat McCurdy, and if you're in the Midwest, especially Wisconsin area, you probably have heard of Pat McCurdy. We went every single Tuesday to the comedy club to listen to him play, and love the guy. I still love the guy. He's still touring. He's an amazing performer. Funny, poignant, talented as hell, and this is the sort of stuff he did. It was him on stage alone with a guitar and a sound and light guy, and the power, the flexibility that somebody who's really experienced can get out of just a voice and a couple of chords. It's incredible, and this is a great example of it. I love how he's putting all of his angst and pain into this story and telling us about it, and it's got to come from a place of something real, right? Like, he's pulling on something to get this anger and angst into it. And it's a great track. It's really, really good. It's fun. It's funny to me because I listen to it. I react to so much rap and hip hop. I look at this and I go, this could have been a rap song. Like, there's absolutely no reason. It's just he's got a guitar instead of a beat and some cool music. The lyrics totally could have been a rap song. It's really very cool. I like it.
Glad I did them, and I'm so glad I did them. First love does not mean best love, and best friends may not mean best friends forever, but they both mean at some point, somewhere, someone did care. And their memory's still there. I know she was special, I know she was good, I know she wasn't flawless, but I know I was loved. I know she had passion, I know she was kind. So why should an ending alter my state of mind? And although I find it hard to relive her, I know that I would always forgive her. She says no regrets, and I say don't forget.
Yeah, great track. Great track. I can
future of your
also definitely see why somebody... God, I hate this interface sometimes. Somebody who's learning guitar would want to learn something like that, because the guitar is super simple. It's just there to act as a canvas for the lyrics, for the power of his voice to provide you with something cool and different. Really super effective, and kind of amazing that this was like the first track that they made and that the guy didn't really even know how to play guitar at the time. Awesome. It's really, really great. I mean, anybody who knows their music knows that. So, wow. Great stuff. Great cover to an album. Looks good. This is just a really incredibly well put together little package. That's right. I told Crywank they have a nice package. Sometimes the things I say really are ridiculous. This is great. Sounds like somebody had a really bad breakup their second year at college. That's what this sounds like. Sorry to hear that. That's it. That's all I got. That was awesome. Tima, excellent suggestion. I'll check out some more by them. You sent me a few more tracks, so we will check that out over the next week or two. And looking forward to it. I love that kind of power rock folk ballad thing that's going on here. So it's great. Totally love it. Pop Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Cash App, PayPal, Patreon over here if you want me to react to something. That's the way to get it to me. Patreon would be the best. And hey, I have news about my Patreon, and I want to thank all of you awesome people who are members of my Patreon. And if you have not thought about becoming a member, now is a great time, because it's always a great time. I hate when people say things like that, so that's of course what came out of my mouth. We have finally broken the $400 mark. So every month, until people cancel some things, but every month I get $400 from people who back my music or back my reactions to music, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I'm currently out of work. Been looking for work for 2 months, a little over 2 months. My unemployment runs out in a check this week, a check next week, then it's all done. I have no income coming in except what I get off of this channel, which amounts to a few $100 more than that $400 every month. Fuck, I need to find a job. I can't even tell you how stressful it is around here. I'm freaking out about it. My wife is freaking out about it. It's a very difficult time. I hope none of you ever have to go through that again if you've gone through it before, and for everybody else who hasn't ever gone through it, I hope you never have to. Not having a job when you need to pay rent, feed your kids, feed each other, pay for lessons, like whatever, swim lessons, piano lessons, whatever it might be, buy groceries. It's terrible. It affects everything. It just stresses every situation out. Do you want to get a coffee? Well, we can't really afford to spend $6 on a coffee right now. I just want a fucking coffee. I want just like a simple little... My stepdaughter wants a bubble tea, right? Well, should we really spend $6 on a bubble tea? No. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And you feel like if you don't do it, you're like taking something from their childhood, right? Like $6 to buy a fucking bubble tea should not be a concern in anybody's life. It just shouldn't. And it sucks. So I hope none of you have to ever go through that. I know you're gonna. I know some people are gonna. Some people are doing it right now. You're going through shit. I get it. I definitely get it. That's why I'm so appreciative when people send me money to react to music. Because I know it's tough. And hopefully the music that I react to and the responses that I give to it, I try to be as open, as honest as possible, because I want people to feel like they're getting what I actually think out of it. And hopefully it speaks to them in some way. Hopefully it lets them relive when they first found the music and what they thought of it and parts that they thought were interesting. And I hope you're doing all right. That's what I hope. I hope you're doing all right. And I know somehow we'll get through this, even if it involves moving back in with my mom at 54 fucking years old, back in Wisconsin. And if it comes to that, then it fucking comes to that. And there'll be 5 of us living in a 2-bedroom condo that's supposed to be the place my mom is retired to. Fucking life, man. Have yourself a good day. I really hope you're doing well. I really hope you're doing well. It'll get better. And you know what? I can't stop even if it doesn't get better. I have to keep going. Because I'm still breathing. Pop Squad. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, share, CashApp, PayPal, Patreon. Have a good night. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.